What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Red. Yes, indeed, Red Fans Feeling You. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Anthony Otto, and Anthony wanted to see me react to this song by Red called Infidel. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by the band Red, okay? And the video has 70,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Red Infidel performance video. That's a first. I've never seen performance video before. Not sure what that means. Like a cross between like a live video and a music video? I guess. I don't know. I'll have to wait and find out, I guess. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I wanna hear you scream. I hear the cry, the helpless lie. Innocence unfolds. You let me take, you let me break you. Purify your soul.
Nice.
Now I wanna hear you scream.
Yeah. This is very enjoyable. I'm liking everything I'm hearing. Everything. I don't have a single complaint anywhere. The vocals, great hybrid between the gravel voice, the grit and growl, and clean melodic singing. Really nice balance, really nice hybrid. The harmonies. I love those minor to major shifts. The resolutions are very well done. It feels really good, and they're being done in all the right places. Guitar tone, thick, crunchy. I like it. I can hear the bass. I can actually hear the bass. It's not clear as day. It's not forward in the mix, but it's present. And I don't have to go, diving, into the ocean to go find it. It's right there on the surface. So really happy about that. The drumming is tight. I mean, everything so far, I'm enjoying. I am absolutely enjoying this. Let's keep going.
Chosen now, a beggar's crown, a saint and a slave. The throne you made gives you in chains. So obey, so anything is
That's the hook. That whole section we just heard, that's the hook. I think it's the chorus. Little breakdown. Little breakdown section. It's leading to something now. I don't know what that something is. I suspect if they're following the same formula that a lot of other bands follow, more than likely we're gonna get a guitar solo coming up. More the same. It's more the same, and I mean that in the best way possible. They're still knocking it out of the park. I am really, really digging this song. The energy is good. The drive is good. The feel is good. Everything about this is in the pluses. Now, some are in the really goods. Some are in the greats. There's some separation there, but everything is in the positives. And I really hope that's what, people who are big fans of Red take from this so far is I don't hear anything bad. I have no complaints. I have nothing to complain about. I have nothing to criticize. Everything sounds really good or great. So I'm happy with it. Let's keep going. Move back up a bit. Let's see if I'm right about this guitar solo. Nope, I was wrong. Okay, yeah. Little layoff break, that was nice.
Now I wanna hear you scream.
Yeah. Man, this is gonna be, I don't know. Now that I think about it, this might not be a short review. This might be a long review. I don't know. I don't know. It could go either way. It could be this could be a short review or it could be a long one. I don't know. Let me get my thoughts together. Let me see what I can do about that. And I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Red with Infidel. This was a request from Anthony Otto. Okay, I thought about it, and I'm going to do my best to keep this short, but I'm not making any promises other than I'm going to do my best. But that's not a guarantee. I mean, I could actually see myself going off on a couple of tangents, but I'm going to try my best to keep, if I do, I'm going to do my best to keep it short. I'm going to do my best to reel it in. So let's get started and let's see what happens. Kicking things off with the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.4. Yep, 8.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, I just need to get this out of the way. The last couple of reactions I've done to Red, I've enjoyed them, and they've been really good, and I haven't had a problem with the songs so much. It just felt to me like they were putting way more effort into the videos than they were into their songwriting. And people were explaining to me that, you know, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is just what people were saying in the comments. That, you know, the songs are supposed to go together, they tell a story. Okay, well, we call that a concept album, okay? Even if it's just like half of the album, even if it's just like, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 songs put together to tell one long story, that's still a concept. You know, it is. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But this is what people need to understand. There are some bands that do this very well, and they know how to write a concept album. And there are other bands who try to write concept albums and they just don't turn out as good as their regular songs. Which is funny because the bands that do have great success writing concept albums, when it comes to just writing songs that are not part of a story, they're just songs, they're kind of lackluster. I'm gonna use a band that I'm a big fan of as an example here. Probably the greatest band I've ever heard when it comes to concept albums. And I'm talking about King Diamond. The majority of King Diamond's work is concept albums. There have been a couple of albums that have not been concept albums. And if I'm being honest with you folks, I'm not the biggest fan of these albums. Albums like Fatal Portrait. Now, Fatal Portrait, the first album, his first outing out. First half of the album was a concept. The second half, not so much. There were a couple of songs in the second half that tied in with the first half, but there were a lot of filler songs. And I'm going to be honest with you folks, most of the filler songs I wasn't a big fan of. Halloween was probably the best song out of the filler songs that he wrote. And if I'm being honest, that stays true across the board. Another album I'm thinking of from him is an album called The Spider's Lullaby. Hated that album. The first like 6 tracks were just, there was no story being told. There was no concept. It was just 6 individual tracks. Wasn't a fan really of any of them. 6 Feet Under had its moments. I did kind of like 6 Feet Under. But for the most part, wasn't a fan of it. And even the concept part, it was probably his weakest work, if I'm being honest. Now, his actual full concept albums, there are a few I'm not the biggest fan of. The House of God was not a fan of that album. The Graveyard, not really a fan of that album either. But Them, Conspiracy, loved both of those albums. They was a part 1 and part 2. Loved them both. I know a lot of people make fun of The Eye. I don't know why. I thought The Eye was a great album. My favorite album from King Diamond, Abigail. Love that album. Great storytelling. And I'm going to throw a couple of other albums in there as well. Voodoo and The Puppet Master. Both of those albums. Loved them both. Great storytelling along with great songwriting. And here's where I'm getting to when it comes to Red. When it comes to Red, when they were focusing on telling the story, I felt like their songwriting, it was, don't get me wrong, it was really good, okay? It was. The songwriting was fine, it was nice. But when you have other songs like this, standalone, not telling a story, not being part of a story, just a standalone song, I'm sorry, this song, I think, is better than those other songs. I think the songwriting is better. I think it's tighter. I think it makes more sense. And it's because they're putting all the attention into this one song. Rather than splitting their attention between 3, 4, or 5 songs, focusing more on making a congruent storyline versus, let's just focus on this one song and make this one song as amazing as we possibly can. You know what I mean? It's a very common trap for bands that don't have a whole lot of experience running concept albums fall into. I've seen a lot of bands write concept albums that fall into this trap because they've never written a concept album before, or they've never written a concept storyline before. So I don't blame Red for that. I mean, look, I applaud Red for, trying their best to write a concept storyline. And I think they had some success with it. I think they really did, but not like this. Now, this song was great. I loved this song. This song was fun to listen to. Great energy, great drive. The vocals on this, I love the balance of the grit and growl versus the clean vocal. And when they did have the clean vocal, they would have those harmony lines that would start out with the minor and then they would resolve to the major to finish out the phrase. Very nicely done, very strategically placed, well executed. I enjoyed everything about the vocal performance. Strong vocal performance on this one. Guitar sounded really nice, thick, crunchy guitar tone. Everything he played made sense. Everything he played was conducive to the song. I loved everything he did. The bass player, I could actually hear the bass in the mix without having to dig down to find it. It was right there on the surface. It wasn't high up in the mix, but I could hear it without having to start out a search party. So awesome. The drumming on this, some great fill work to set up each phrase, man. He had some nice fill work. Really good job setting up the tone and the mood and the feel of the song by coming up with that nice drum pattern that really helped push the song forward. Great job on his part. Now listen, you heard me say great a lot in this, and that's because I really believe this was a great job done by everyone. I'm glad to see that their songs that stand alone by themselves are still strong. I don't know if this was early Red or this is later Red. I don't know. All I know is I enjoyed this, and I would love to hear more like this. Not that I'm saying that the concept stuff they did was bad. It wasn't bad at all. I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed this more, without question. So, yeah, that's all there is to it, really. So I think it's a great song, and that's why I'm giving it the great score of 8.4. So, 8.4, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.